Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you, man. We talking about boxing for all my boxing heads out there, man. We talking about the top 10, my top 10 welterweights in the world, 147-pound boxers in the world. You know what I mean? And it's a good talented division, good talented class. You know what I mean? We'll jump right into it, man. Now for me, the deciding factor, the main thing I go by is resume. You know what I mean? You can have all the talent in the world, but if you beating a bunch of cab drivers, I'm gonna knock you a little bit. You know what I mean? That's the main thing I go by. You know, but you have other things as well, individual talents. You know what I mean? Things like that. But I definitely go by that resume. Has the guy moved up weight classes? You know what I mean? Things like that. That can be something. Is he moving up in weight classes and still winning, or did he move up a weight class and has maybe one loss to a guy who's ranked in the top 5 in that weight class, you know what I mean, that he's moving up to? That's some pretty impressive stuff. That's his only loss, and was that fight competitive? Things like that. But I mainly go by the resume, unless, you know, the eye test may say, man, this guy is special. You know, this guy is special, you know what I mean? But anyway, we'll jump right into it, man. 147-pound welterweight division, my top 10. Now, my man Kell Brook, you know what I mean, from the UK, from the UK, he will still be one of the top welterweights. You know what I mean? He moved up 2 weight classes, fought Triple G, got stopped, had a great second round, had great moments in the fight, things like that. I believe a few days after the fight, he did an interview, and he said that he's not going to go back down to 147, and he's going to, I think he's going to campaign at 154. You know, junior middleweight, super welterweight, 154, and so I'm doing this based off Kell Brook no longer being a 147-pounder. You know what I mean? And there's some good fights that he can make at 154. The Charlo twins, Jamel and Jamal, Demetrius Andrade. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Vanez Martiozan, J-Rock, Julian Williams, maybe my man Canelo, who's the IBO now. He just beat Leon Beefy Smith. You know what I mean? Maybe him and Amir Khan. Amir Khan moved up to 154. You know, maybe him and Amir Khan can finally fight. You know, we'll get right into the top 10. I don't make the video too long. Number 10, I got Jose Benavidez. I like Benavidez. I think he's 5'11", 73-inch reach. Love his stature. You know, I love his, you know, his size for the weight class. Good long jab. Good skill guy. He had a tough fight with Mauricio Herrera. Herrera was one who gave Danny Garcia a tough time. You know what I mean? Beat him, good tough fighter. The issue with him is resume. He just needs to pad the resume, you know, and fight some better guys. But you know, I love his skill, good long reach, things like that. Good, decently skilled boxer. You know what I mean? He's on the way up. He's on his way up. You know, I got him at number 10. Number 9, I've got Felix Diaz. Now Diaz, I think he's 5 feet 5 inches. Like a 66, 67-inch reach. Not a big, kind of small for the weight class. But he held his own against Lamont Peterson. A lot of people believe he beat Lamont Peterson. Good fight, man. Real tough southpaw to beat for small stature, man. His next fight, I speak about resume. He fought Lamont Peterson, and then he fought an undefeated young hungry prospect like himself in Sammy Vasquez. Vasquez had the height, reach advantage, and he beat Vasquez. Unanimous decision. So I definitely like his last 2 fights, you know what I mean? But his size, the height, and the reach does concern me at the welterweight division, you know what I mean? Felix Diaz. And I think maybe skill set wise, Jose Benavidez is probably over him at number 9, but because of Felix Diaz's last 2 fights, you know what I mean? That's why I got him at 9 and Jose Benavidez at 10. You know, so at number 8, I got Lamont Peterson. He hasn't had too many fights at 147. But you know, I'm not gonna take away what he made a name for himself at 140, things like that. Tough fight against Felix Diaz. Tough fight. You know, and, if Diaz, you know, officially on the scorecards, if Diaz beat him, I probably would have put Diaz ahead of Lamont Peterson. I wouldn't argue if we did have Felix Diaz ahead of Lamont Peterson. You know what I mean? Lamont Peterson, he's been in the ring with Matisse. He's been in the ring with Khan, Timothy Bradley. I believe I think he fought Devin Alexander. I don't know. You know, he hasn't beaten all these guys, you know. But usually for Lamont Peterson, when he does step up to the elite level, he usually end up losing. You know what I mean? Did Lamont Peterson, did he really beat Amir Khan? Did he really beat Felix Diaz? You know what I mean? But, you know, his resume, the names that's on his resume compared to Benavidez and Felix Diaz, that's why I got Lamont Peterson slightly ahead of these guys. But, you know, he could be 10. He really could. You know what I mean? But got Lamont Peterson at 8. At 7, I got Jesse Vargas. Jesse was on. He only has one loss to Timothy Bradley. We remember that fight. Now, Jesse Vargas was clearly losing that fight to Tim Bradley, but in the 12th round, I think it was the 12th round, landed a big right hand on Tim Bradley. A big right hand that could have easily knocked somebody out. But you know, Tim Bradley, you know, he's iron chin, heart of a lion, man. Withstand it. Then the ref, you know, the controversial ending, Vargas and Bradley. You know how that ended. But I got Jesse, good offensive fighter. His defense is probably going to be the reason why he won't consistently beat elite level competition. You know, he's got Manny Pacquiao coming up in just over a month in November. Now, if he wins that fight, that's definitely going to catapult him up the rankings, no doubt. You know, but he's hittable, very hittable. You know, I like his size, things like that for the weight division. And, you know, I just think his defense was going to hold him back. You know, this video isn't an in-depth analysis, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's who I got there. And at number 6, I got Sean Porter. Sean Porter is a tough fighter. He just lost to Keith Thurman. He's been in the ring with Adrian Bronner, Keith Thurman, Kell Brook. You know what I mean? None of those guys stopped him. Bronner knocked him down. With Sean Porter, to me, he lacks overall talent to be elite level competition. Lost to Brook. He was just too big and strong for Bronner. Bronner's not a welterweight. Adrian Bronner. He lost to Keith Thurman. Sean Porter, his footwork is terrible. He's very hittable. But can you deal, if you can handle his size, you know, his strength, the way he fights very, think about football, he fights very physical. If you can handle that, you can beat Sean Porter. You can be very hittable. Footwork is terrible. Very terrible footwork, man. I got him at number 6 there. Still a very talented fighter. Been in the ring with some of the best, you know what I mean, things like that. So now we get down to the top 5. I got my man Desert Storm, Tim Bradley, Heart of a Lion, Iron Chin, been in the ring with Pacquiao 3 times, fought Marquez. I think he beat Lamont Peterson at 140. He beat Jesse Vargas, another top 10 fighter in the division. You know what I mean? You like things like that. I got Tim Bradley at number 5. You know, the way his last fight against Pacquiao, he didn't look good at all. You know, Pacquiao dominated. I wasn't expecting that. He may be on the decline. He switched with Teddy Atlas now, and he got the stoppage against Brandon Rios. But he may be on the decline. You know, and so that's why I got Errol Spence at number 4. That's why I put Errol Spence ahead of him, because resume-wise, Errol Spence isn't quite with Timothy Bradley yet. But, you know what I mean, they say resume is a telltale sign unless they feel like a guy is special. I think Errol Spence is special, you know. And he stopped Chris Algieri. Provodnikov couldn't stop him. Pacquiao couldn't stop him, Chris Algieri. And Chris Algieri gave Amir Khan problems, you know what I mean? He stopped Algieri. And Leonard Bondu, you know, Bondu's the same guy who he got dominated by Keith Thurman. But Keith Thurman couldn't stop him. Errol Spence stopped him. You know what I mean? So he's on the come up, man. Good skill, southpaw. Still working on his defense. You know what I mean? That'll come with a little bit more experience, things like that. He's definitely on the rise, man. He's definitely. I like Errol Spence, and I got Errol Spence at number 4. I like his reach. I can see him being at 154 probably sooner than later. You know what I mean? And I got Errol Spence at 4. Number 3, my man Danny Garcia. If you think about Danny Garcia, for me, the one thing that comes to mind is he wins. He wins. He was the underdog against Amir Khan, knocked him out. A lot of people were doubting him against Lucas Matisse. He beat him. You know what I mean? He just keeps, whether you like him and his father Angel or not, Danny Garcia just keeps winning. He wins. That's what he does. You know what I mean? Pretty good, decent skill. Not a good athlete, kind of slow on his feet. You know, fights really flat-footed at times. Good enough power so you're not going to walk through him. I mean, he's not really great at anything. He's just really solid across the board at everything. And that can carry you a long way, man. If you're trained up right, and his Father Angel's going to be a pretty good. His Father Angel's, he's out there, man. But yeah, I got Danny Garcia, who fought Robert Guerrero. You look at Danny Garcia's resume: Eric Morales, Zab Judah, Paulie Malignaggi, Robert Guerrero. He just been Lucas Matisse, Amir Khan. Danny Garcia's he's been there, done that. He's been there, you know. So I got him at number 3, trying to wrap it up. I don't want to make it too long. Number 2, I got Keith One Time Thurman. Keith Thurman, man. He's a solid fighter. Good hand speed, good power, good athlete, things like that. You know, defense is pretty good, pretty solid. Sean Porter kind of pushed him around a little bit, but that's who Sean Porter is. He's just a physical fighter. You know, not that fundamental and technically sound, is real physical. But Sean, Keith, you know, he got the victory, things like that. You know, now he did get hurt to the body by Collazo. I believe it was Collazo that hurt him to the body, but he still got the W, man. He got a stoppage over Diego Chavez, the same Diego Chavez who fought to a draw with Timothy Bradley. He stopped Soto Carras, who stopped Andre Berto, dominated a undefeated Bondu at the time for 12 rounds, dominated him, beat Robert Guerrero, who's been in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean, and he just beat Sean Porter, who's one of the top 10 fighters in the division, you know what I mean. I got Keith Thurman number 2, and number 1, I'm definitely not at all a fan of this guy. I'm a fan of boxing, and I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm always gonna do that, no bias here. But number 1 it's Manny Pacquiao. I mean, his resume speaks for itself, man. I mean, he's been in the ring. Marquez, 4-time, Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, Ricky Hatton, David Diaz, Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, Margarito, Shane Mosley. I mean, been there, done that. Timothy Bradley, he lost to Floyd. Been in the ring with everybody. Had like a 5 or 6 year run where he was this unstoppable whirlwind. You know what I mean? Resume speaks for itself when it comes to Manny Pacquiao. He's got a fight with Jesse Vargas, another top 10 fighter in the division. You know what I mean? He gets that W, that just builds his resume. You know what I mean? But if he loses the fight, hey, I think Pacquiao is still waiting on that rematch with Floyd. But until he officially retires, or you know, if Jesse Vargas knocks him out, you know what I mean, he gets knocked out like 3 or 4 times straight. They do need to retire. I still got Pacquiao number 1 in the welterweight division. No doubt about that. No doubt. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, agree, disagree. How crazy am I? You know what I mean? So many guys may disagree with that. I still got Pacquiao number 1. So not a fan of Pacquiao at all. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that. But I still got him number 1 in the welterweight division. I mean, unless you know he gets knocked out like 3 times straight, something like that. Or he's continuously getting knocked out like Roy Jones Jr., something like that. We say, okay, dude, you need to retire. Other than that, he's number 1 in the weight class, man. And let me know what you guys think. Don't want to make it too long watching college football. Let me get back to the game. Let me know what you guys think. All my boxing heads. What's your top 10? Things like that. Agree, disagree. Leave all the comments down below in the comment section. Leave your top 10 lists down in the comment section. I'm going to be doing some more lists for boxing as well. So stay tuned for that. And like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. I'm going to get back to college football. And this your boy, the Real McCoy, man. I'm out. Peace.